So welcome back, everyone. Today we are going to focus on metric conversions. So we're going to focus on the metric units of measure. The video before focused on customary conversions and customary units of measure. So you should already have these notes written down on your reference sheet. So it's time to pull out your reference sheet because we're going to take some more notes and then we'll solve some problems together. So metric conversions. I'm going to separate this out so I keep everything nice and organized. So this first section, notice how this is split up into three sections again. This first section is, of course, units of length. The second section is units of capacity, liquid capacity, which is also volume. And the third section is units of mass. So remember, you should be writing down everything that I'm writing down. And when we're finished with this whole unit, your reference sheet should look just like mine. So let's go ahead and talk about some of these words here. So we're going to start with the units of length. Now, in length, our base word is meter. Everything is in meters. The only difference is that there's a prefix in front of each different unit of measure in the units of length. So you either have a meter or you can have centimeters. Centi is the prefix. The base word is meter. We have meters. We have millimeters. So the prefix is milli. We have meters. We have kilometers. Kilo is the prefix. Meter is the base word. So in units of length for the metric system, we are always talking about meters. That's our base word, meter. Now, these words can tend to get really long in the metric system, so you will see abbreviations. So we're going to write down some abbreviations so that we can understand what everybody is talking about and all be on the same page. So the abbreviation for the word meter is just a lowercase m. So anytime you see a lowercase m, you're going to think meter, just meter by itself. This 1 meter. So think a big meter stick. But then we have the word meter, the base word, with its prefixes. So we also have centimeter. The abbreviation for centimeter is cm. Lowercase c, lowercase m. We also have millimeter. The abbreviation for millimeter is lowercase m, lowercase m. And we have kilometer or kilometer. And the abbreviation for that is km. So you will see abbreviations here, and it's okay if you abbreviate for the metric system because these are very long words. So it's just important that you understand what the abbreviations are for each of these units of measure. Okay, so now let's take a look at the units of liquid capacity. So with the liquid capacity, we have liters. Okay, that's our base word. So for the length, it was meters. For liquid capacity, it is liters. So you're going to put a prefix in front of the word liter. So we have liter is our base, and the abbreviation for liter is a capital L. The reason it's a capital L is because a lowercase l can often look like a 1. So we need to be careful there and use a capital L. So we have centiliter. Remember, we just put those prefixes in there. So centiliter would be lowercase c, capital L. Milliliter, so that's M-L. We have kiloliter, K-L. Okay, so now we have units of mass. So remember, mass is the amount of matter in an object. Our base word is grams for mass. So that's our base word. So everything is going to be based on grams. So you're just going to have the word gram and there's going to be a prefix in front of it. And the abbreviation for grams is lowercase g. So we have also centigrams would be cg, milligrams would be mg, and kilograms would be kg. Those are our abbreviations. I did not put abbreviations in the customary units of measure because those aren't very long, so we're not going to abbreviate those. But metric, you'll probably want to abbreviate. So now, one thing that we have not done yet with the metric system is to put these units of measure in order from least to greatest, just like we did with the customary units of measure. So we're going to start with metric units of length. So now remember, this is length. So all of our base words with length is going to be meters. So we need to make sure we keep track of that. So the largest one is kilometer. Then the next one is meter. So for meter, think a meter stick. Then we have centimeter, and then finally millimeter. So millimeter would be our smallest. Then metric units of liquid capacity, which could also be called volume. This is going to be liters. That's our base word. So everything is going to end in liter here. And we're just going to put the prefixes in. So the largest one is kiloliters. Then we have liters. Then we have centiliter. Then we have milliliter. Then finally, we have our metric units of mass. And these are going to be in grams. That is our base unit for mass. So the largest one is going to be kilograms. Then the next one is grams. Then we have centigrams. And finally, milligrams. I wonder if you're seeing a pattern here. So if you take a look, the prefixes are all the same as far as across the metric units of length, liquid capacity, and mass. We have kilo, we have our base word, then we have centi, then we have milli. Then here we have kilo, our base word, centi, milli. And then again, for mass, we have kilo, our base word, centi, and milli. So the prefixes stay the same. What changes is the base word, and that depends on what you are measuring. So if you're measuring length, your base word's always going to be meter. It's just a matter of which prefix are you going to put, or is it just going to be meters by itself? Now, one thing to pay attention to here in the metric conversions is everything is base 10. We have 1 meter is the same as 100 centimeters. 1 meter is the same as 1,000 millimeters. 1 kilometer is the same as 1,000 meters. And it's the same here. 1 liter is the same as 1,000 milliliters. 1 gram is the same as 1,000 milligrams. Wow, okay, so 1 meter is the same as 1,000 millimeters. 1 liter is the same as 1,000 milliliters. And 1 gram is the same as 1,000 milligrams. So it looks like this milli is equaling up to 1,000 of whatever its base is. So the base here is meter. 1 meter, let's go here. 1 meter is 1,000 millimeters. 1 liter, here's the base, 1,000 milliliters. And 1 gram, that's the base, is 1,000 milligrams. So are you seeing that pattern there? These prefixes mean something. Okay, so multiplying and dividing by 100, 1,000, that's easy because we just move those decimal points back and forth, don't we? Let's go ahead and start solving some problems. Pull out your math notebooks, set your math notebook up to look just like mine, and let's get started. So I'm going to write my measurement conversion equation here. So we have 6,000 milliliters equals blank liters. First, let's go back and figure out what we're going to be doing here. So we have milliliters and we're changing it to liters. So I'm going to go down to my liters. I have liters here and milliliters here. So which one is smaller, liters or milliliters? The milliliters is smaller. So we're going from a smaller unit to a larger unit, which means we are going to divide. So here it says 1 liter is the same as 1,000 milliliters. Okay, Well, we're trying to change 6,000 milliliters to liters. So if 1 liter is 1,000 milliliters, we need to divide 6,000 divided by 1,000. Now remember, we don't have to sit here and divide out all those zeros. We can just move our decimal points around. So if we have the number 6,000, remember our decimal point is always to the right of the ones place. And we're dividing. So that means our decimal point's going to move to the left. And there are 3 zeros here. So that means it's going to move to the left 3 times. So 1, 2, 3. So we get 6,000 divided by 1,000 is 6. 6 what? 6 liters. So there are 6 liters in 6,000 milliliters. Let's try another one. We have 7 grams is the same as blank milligrams. So let's take a look. So if I take a look right here, I see grams are here and milligrams are all the way down here. So I'm going from grams to milligrams. I'm going from here to here. So that means I'm doing larger unit to smaller unit, which means I'm going to multiply. So, but what am I going to multiply? Well, we can find that out here. 1 gram is the same as 1,000 milligrams. Okay, but I have 7 grams. So 7 grams is the same as how many milligrams? Well, it looks like I have to multiply by 1,000. So 7 times 1,000. Again, same thing, we're just going to move our decimal point. If we have the number 7, our decimal point is always to the right of that ones place. And we're multiplying, so the decimal point's going to go to the right. And there are 1, 2, 3 zeros, so it's going to go to the right 3 times. So 1, 2, 3. And these spaces fill up with zeros. So 7 grams is the same as 7,000 milligrams.